Greetings, adventurers! We welcome you back to Season 2 of Dark Dice, and it is good to have you back. It's been some time, and after our brief break, we are finally back to make the big push that will bring this story to its conclusion. We are nearing the final episodes for Soren's team, and before you prepare for laughs and games, this episode marks the final lighthearted chapter before we descend back into some true horror for the rest of the season, all the way through to our blood-soaked finale. It is my intention to release an episode of this podcast every 2 weeks until we've reached the story's conclusion. If December rolls around before we hit this goal, we'll take a super brief break, but otherwise, there you have it. Let's prepare for the final 4 episodes for Soren's team before we turn to Rowena and Sindri to wrap up the final loose ends. Actually, we have 2 quick updates, very, very brief. First, we'll be doing a live show at the World's Lair event in London on August 27th. David Alt, the voice of Iacynth, Keep Jasper William Cartwright, Ajay Ogun, Hem Brewster, Rowena Granite Pike will be on stage with us, and I even hear that Aethor, the voice of Sindri, might even be hanging out with us, so please stop by if you're in London that day. Additionally, Stats and I will be co-DMing a table at D&D in a Castle next year in March. We're going to be playtesting a future adventure that we have planned for Dark Dice, and one of those playtesters could be you. A link is in the show notes.
Shalis de pace. Salis.
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek him?
Do you seek the nameless god?
You have found yourself among those who roll the dark dice. What you are about to hear happened long ago. A story brought back from the edge of oblivion, dutifully transcribed, and enhanced orally to better captivate your attention. Previously, a team of adventurers reached the city of Auden, blindly searching for a conspiracy after too many drinks at a tavern. They uncovered one, and little did they know that their lives were about to be changed forever. Dark Dice, The Long Road. Chapter 21, The Last Laugh. In the city of Auden, Soren, Ildrex, Glom, and Gaelle walked down the road, back the way they came, after a discussion with the corrupt Captain Rennis, where Soren arranged a private meeting in a graveyard. They huddled close to figure out their next steps.
Sorry, are we all going to the graveyard? Or was that just a Soren invite?
We certainly can. I did tell him it would just be a private conversation, but if you guys want to either just be right there or in the background, that's fine.
Now, were you trying to get him alone? To jump him about the thing in the house I don't understand? Or are we... I'm so lost.
I was trying to get him alone. My motivation at this point is purely just to see if he'll tell us what sort of dark things he's involved with, as he did seem to react appropriately to my secret cult-catching phrase. And maybe find out what he thinks I did in a temple here a few months ago. So if there is anything we can get out of him, let's go for it, but...
In which case, I think we can trust you. You can speak to him alone. Maybe we can find some lodgings while you do that.
We already found lodgings and paid for them. I'm gonna talk to Swami 23 and tell her we might not be able to find her brother right now.
Soren, do you want backup? Because I can go with you and Gaelle can go with Ildrex.
I think you'll be of more use to us, brother.
Whatever's easiest is fine. I don't mind meeting with him alone, and I can try to just keep a lid on things and get some information and meet back up with you at the place of worship.
Okay, the secret word is stewed porcupine.
Got it. Just to clarify, we've changed it from pineapple?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I got it.
Oh, I have to tell Gaelle too.
I heard you the first 2 times.
And thus the team split up. Soren skulking toward the graveyard, the rest of the team heading back towards Maelreskar Ekal Vahre St. Salar the 23rd, who was presumably still waiting for them in her hiding spot. They had little difficulty finding her a few minutes later.
Oh, is that a disguise?
Yes.
Where's Pedro?
We don't talk about Pedro.
Oh, no. Okay, so what did you find out?
They told us that your brother and his husband left their dwelling vacated for 15 days. And after that, it is standard practice to empty the house and leave all the possessions on the street.
No!
Yes. They did not know where they might have gone. At least they didn't tell us that.
Right. I'll have to check with the pawnbrokers. Tenson's, Rhaegar's, Met. Thank you. I really appreciate your help, but I need to run if I'm going to get to them before they close.
The gnome passed Ildrex 5 gold for a quest completed.
Thank you. I hope you find your brother.
And I hope you have, well, a safe journey.
On the other side of the temple quarter, Soren waited under the awning of a mausoleum within the well-maintained grounds of Auden's grand graveyard. As time passed, it began to snow heavier, and Soren found himself examining the box and spyglass he'd received earlier that day, briefly making distinct eye contact with a long-haired halfling covered in tattoos who passed near the edge of the graveyard's lower levels. A few minutes later, the man from earlier, Captain Rennis, arrived notably early. Both men faced their backs to the mausoleum to stare out at the grounds below them, stretching out on different levels like a massive earthen ziggurat. After a few moments of silence, both men felt confident that they had not been followed.
Captain Rennis, thank you for meeting me. You mentioned that there might be another matter I can help with.
Yes, I spoke with Jennevieve on the way here, and she confirmed your identity. As grateful as we already are to you, it seems that we need to call to you again for aid. We need more blood for the consecration.
Of course you do. Those peasants you've been using haven't gotten you the results you were hoping for.
How did you know?
If you're going to ask for help, continue your explanation.
Yes. The Scaleskin, that gnome, the Darklanders, none of them seem to be enough. It's like filling a sifter with water. We need something else, something substantial. And the more we've researched, the more we're thinking that we need a different kind of blood. Perhaps magic users, or a powerful monster, or...
A priest.
What?
You need a priest. Someone holy in the eyes of others and valued in the eyes of the gods. I recommend a follower of Celagon, since no one seems to care about their lot here in Auden.
That's logical, but certainly a challenge, as the last remaining one is a well-known figure. How do you propose we do this without attracting notice?
Oh, leave that to me, and send your best men to the Chapel of the Sun at midnight tonight.
It shall be done. Thank you for your assistance.
One more thing. Make sure that your most loyal and most faithful are present. I want them to see this firsthand.
Of course. I have much to prepare for tonight, shifting guard routines and such. Was there anything else?
No.
Captain Rennis hardly looked up from his feet as he departed, nervous and sweating despite the cold.
All right, I will wait for him to leave and then rejoin the others.
Soren met up with the team, who were eating an early dinner, a hearty meal at thy place of...
Finally.
My friend here is starving. Thank you very much for that.
Only the best for my patrons. Cooked goose. Geese are fierce beasts. Chimera created by the most sadistic of the Titans. 2/3 bird, 1/3 serpent. They are very difficult to slay, but thankfully simple enough to cook.
Thank you. I probably would have removed my costume once we arrived back in the place of worship.
Soren arrived around the time the team was midway through their first goose.
I leave for an hour and you all dig into the goose without me. I see how it is.
It's really good.
It's very delicious. Fitelsch, we might need another goose here.
Yeah, one more goose for our friend Soren.
Before he even sat down, the serving boy brought another goose for Soren.
Here, mister.
Oh, lovely.
Soren, you should really try this. Now, tell us, how did your meeting go?
Well, it went about as we expected, much to my regret. I lower my voice considerably and lean over the goose, conspiratorially. It seems there may be a sect of the Silent Clan here. Those here who worship the nameless god. It seems that they're trying to use blood or life essence to consecrate a temple or something. A few of the city guard are involved.
How do we know who we can trust?
Well, that's a very good question. And now I'm kind of wishing I'd asked a few more questions instead of acting like I knew everything. It just felt so nice to be respected for a few moments, I let it go to my head. I mean, I was so focused on gaining his trust, and once he seemed to believe that I am who he thinks I am, I asked him to bring his most loyal followers to the Church of Celagon tonight at around midnight to kidnap the priest there. To answer your question, I know a few code phrases we can use to find out if someone is with the cult. Sort of conversation starters without burying the hatchet in someone's neck.
Yeah, well, that doesn't sound great. Like, I appreciate finding information, but now more people are in danger. Did you at least confirm where Swami's brother and husband went?
I am not sure if they are... The implication was that they were both already captured and sacrificed some months ago. I feel pretty confident that they're gone.
Okay, well, what do we wish to do at this point? We can't leave the priest to get murdered, and if we can stop a blood ritual, that will be the first positive thing we've accomplished since we started journeying together.
Aside from giving that kid a nice birthday party. Let's not forget about that.
Besides giving Squabin a nice birthday.
So, giving it some thought, I think Officer Cyne really wanted to find the missing people and could perhaps vouch for us. That way, if we do something terribly illegal, like, say, juggle some swords into corrupt city guards, that we at least have some representative from the city to say that we aren't just murder hobos. I'm not sure if we could find the same 2 guards at the checkpoint, but I think she said they'd be off shift and kind of looking into the matter anyway.
All right, well, if we find either of these individuals, you can use your code words. Then, once we can be sure we can trust them, let's set up some kind of ambush at the church.
Well, how much time is this going to cost us in terms of trying to find the dwarves, though?
Likely too long, but we already committed to spending the night here.
Gaelle, are you gonna finish that?
Gaelle slides over her goose. No, brother, you carry on. I've had my fill.
Glom digs in.
Okay, so let's split up. Because nothing bad ever happened in a horror story when they split up. I'll look for Cyne. You guys can go to the church. I'll find you.
Well, it didn't end particularly well for us the last time we stepped into a church.
Glom and I will visit the Chapel of the Sun and inquire their standing with the guard. Perhaps
and what's Gaelle gonna do?
If there are more religious or more devout people within the guard, perhaps we find out who those people are, tell them about the ambush, and then the good guards meet the bad guards, and the hunters then become the hunted.
I like that idea.
I thought we were the hunters.
Well, we're the hunters of the hunters, clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can pull that off, I will be a very happy undead man. I seem to remember somebody mentioning that although the Chapel of the Sun is dedicated to the god Celagon, there are some less than savory characters hanging about. So maybe watch your back, and if it looks like Rowena and Sindri are in fact still there, don't engage them until I return.
Well, if we can get the congregation to take up arms, that's certainly a plus in my eyes.
I think so. Yeah, let's roll with it. See what happens.
Yeah. Are you gonna finish that goose, Ildrex?
Yes.
Soren departed in a sequence that had to be cut for episode runtime, in which he searched for Officer Cyne and shared a tense conversation over ice cream. Notably, Officer Cyne misread the nature of the non-romantic tension, but appreciated the ice cream and information nonetheless, agreeing to help with the coming ambush. Meanwhile, in the Temple District, Glom, Gaelle, and Ildrex arrived at the Chapel of the Sun, a large structure with grand circular windows boasting remarkable works of stained glass, depictions of Celagon, the Lord of Light, and the heroic acts of his followers. Just inside the entrance was a friendly older man with graying hair and a small hunch, giving a small blessing over a baby in the loving arms of 2 young women. While the team waited for his business to conclude, they overheard that his name was Father Dormund, and after a small prayer to the Morning Lord was given, the family departed, and the old human man looked to greet the team.
Greetings from God. I'm sorry to have kept you. Welcome to the home of Celagon here in Auden. How can I help you this evening?
Father, we are We are new to the city here and have heard some troubling news.
Have you come here to pray, then? I would be glad to hold an evening service.
Perhaps in time. Perhaps in time.
Okay.
We have some questions for you first.
For me? I would be happy to share the workings of the gods with you freely.
What do you know of... no, that's not a good question.
Do you mind if I sweep while we have this discussion? I don't mean to be rude, I just rarely have the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, please.
Thank
Might I help? Do you have another broom?
That is kind of you. Here. Actually, how about I use that one? This one's a bit larger. More your size. There we go.
Thank you. I carry on sweeping and say, it's come to our attention that there are very few people of faith. The faith of Celagon, here in Auden.
Well, our Lord always has been less popular in Eastwood because some elements within the faith, the main religious body in Eastwood, have not been friendly towards the old gods. A bit hypocritical, given that they also rightly call the divine pantheon a family.
My question to you is, who among our lightly coven can I trust with a personal matter? I fear that I need help in a physical sense for a physical job that I have, and I need someone strong within the church, or who the church could rely on to help me with this sort of thing. And ideally, that are trusted by the Lord, Lord Celagon.
Well, yes, we do have a few loyal followers who'd be happy to help our brethren out. One such fellow runs a tavern called the Lonely Devil Inn. He's very discreet, talented, and I even dare to use the word honourable, as he was a former Eastman enlistee. Cyne. Yes, his name is Cyne. He's one of the few regulars I would call reliable who's still in town.
How many people work at this church? Are there other priests?
No, sadly. I'm the only one. I have an assistant from the Historical Society who helps maintain the building, but that's about it. Even our congregation is quite small and, unfortunately, not fitting for such a grand structure.
Father, who do you have that protects you? If some trouble happens here at the church.
The Lord of Light always comes to my aid.
And when the Lord of Light is busy on another line, who within the city might you go ask for help from?
Well, that's a strange line of questioning. I had an assistant here for a while, a young man named Payne. Silly name, I know. He'd been working with me for some time. Bit of a drinking problem, which is how I suspect he ended up being homeless. But he's recently departed from our service. I'd like to believe that he was a good man because he helped aid us when we were being bullied. Long story I'd rather skip for now. And Payne also protected members of our congregation when their businesses were in similar peril. As I said, he left though. But despite being down one good man, we still have Cyne.
And he runs the Lonely Devil Inn.
Yes.
Father, I hope you remain safe here. We will go talk to Cyne and see if we can't figure out something else to do with the injustices.
Hold on just a moment. You make it sound like I'm in danger or something. Is there something you're not telling me?
Some tellings of people is that some of the members of the guard might be looking to hurt followers of Celagon, but as we have come to find out, you are the only one of note.
Is this because of Brother Westpike?
Maybe. When did he get back?
He was here only briefly. He said he had business to attend to. We didn't realize that he was a criminal until he'd already departed, of course.
Psst, Gaelle.
Yes, brother?
So, did we... I'm confused.
I believe we may have misguidedly endangered the life of a priest.
Got it. Yes, that's what I thought.
After a series of poor sanity saving throws at this revelation, the siblings each gained 10 stress, sure that, given their track record, they had just condemned this man to a very grim fate.
What we're saying is, Father, we need to find you protection. Gonna be blunt about it.
And preferably from the guards, too.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know he was a criminal. I only wanted to help him get back to his family.
Yeah, we understand, don't we, Glom? But I don't think that's... nevertheless, events seem to have been put into motion that will put your life in danger through no fault of our own. So maybe we all go talk to Cyne.
Maybe you should come with us, Father.
You can leave the church be for a minute. We'll come right back.
I will join you. Just let me lock up.
Father Dormand locked the church, and as the team made their way toward the Lonely Devil Inn, Glom unexpectedly caught sight of Soren.
Is that Soren? I've been seeing things ever since those chocolates. Oh, Soren! Soren, over here! We're here with the father of Celagon or something.
The father?
The father.
Yes, the father, but maybe we shouldn't say it so loudly.
Got it.
Apparently he's not got many followers.
Of any kind?
At all.
None.
There might be one.
Who's a drunkard? Not that I have anything against that.
I never said he was a drunk.
Totally an alcoholic, but he's got a heart of gold or something.
How'd it go with Officer Cyne?
After she realized that the meeting was not of a romantic nature, it went well. She said she'd dig into Rennis and meet us at the church at 10. The ice cream was also really good. 4 1/2 stars.
Oh, that's the sound of us not getting arrested tonight.
Father, this is Soren. He spent too much time on the beach.
As you can see, by my complexion. Good to meet you, Father.
Soren, as in the friend of Brother Westpike.
I was, long ago, yes. Have you seen him?
Oh, thank the light, yes. He was, he was here not too long ago. I didn't know that they were with you, or I'd have... He and the others should be on their way safely to Westman's Hold.
Certainly. The others being Miss Redhair, Delvin, etc.?
Yes, and Payne. Not in Payne. My former assistant who's named Payne departed with them.
Your assistant is, pardon me, drunkard we've been hearing about?
Many individuals turn to the bottle to cope with being... left with themselves. When sober, he's a very hard worker.
And why did he go with them?
They required a way out of the city very quickly.
A magical way, I assume?
I'm unsure. Magic is expensive. While I had thought of a way they could escape, I believe they ran into some trouble with the guards before they could reach it.
What was your escape plan?
Ordin was originally a dwarven surface hold, and like many of their holds, it contains a few secret passages that go from one point to another. 1 or 2 such passages go some ways beyond the city walls. And, well, I admittedly know of one that the city guard should legally be made aware of, but that they have not been as yet.
Very good to know. So if it comes down to it, we may have a way out of the city that others don't have access to?
Of course. Anything for a friend. A friend of Brother Westpike's.
And when Father Westpike was here, were you aware of his list of supposed crimes?
They're false. He told me as much. And I've known him for many, many years. He's not a liar.
And you mentioned that they're headed out to the, Westman's Hold, as far as you know?
Yes, to see his wife and daughter. He has been away from home for, something like my entire lifetime. Maybe 2 lifetimes. It will be good for him to finally see his family, I think.
So, just so you're aware, sometime between midnight and now, an assorted bag of mixed cultists, guards, and mercenaries should be arriving at the church to kidnap a priest of Celagon, which, appears to be you, Father.
I'm not sure why anyone would want to kidnap me. I don't get it.
It's fine. One can never really understand the reasoning of madmen, or the beautiful colors painted on the other side of the void. I believe you mentioned a few people to my comrades who may be able to help.
Yes. Cyne, who runs the Lonely Devil Inn.
It seems wise that you should stay near our tallest friend here, in the event you need to hide, at least.
And hopefully this Cyne has some friends.
With bows.
With bows and
carpenters.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Sorry. So, I wait here with the tall one whilst you two...
Oh, you should come with us.
Yeah, you're going to want to probably come with us.
Okay.
And again, for the sake of runtime, because some elements that make an enjoyable game don't always translate to an enjoyable podcast, a half hour later the team was concluding their conversation with Cyne, within the rather mundane yet thin walls of the Lonely Devil Inn's parlor. Cyne, a retired Eastman soldier who made jokes at the team's expense, involving handshakes and his removable prosthetic arm and fake screams, fit in with the team quickly, and said that he felt that he had new friends within the Auden City Guard that would ensure Rennes would have no opportunities to escape justice, should the captain not personally be present at midnight. A pleased sigh left his tired smile as Ildrex quietly pondered who this human reminded him of.
The son of the East Stream Lane surely guides you. Is there anything more we need speak of before we depart?
Yes. We need carpenters that you can trust.
I know a decent one, but it'll be tough to get him on such short notice. What for?
Just have him come to the
church?
Where? Are we still doing the meeting, guys, or are we abandoning to the church?
So we got to take him back to the church, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, I'll pick him up, kicking and screaming. Like a fox-coated cadger. And I'll see you at the church. Easy peasy.
Ildrex is going to go back to the church with Father...
the only Celagon person.
The only Celagon person in town.
So we cut to an A-team segue where we're building all these little walls and slots and hidden little things that can pop down so we can have people jump out and surprise.
Wait, Glom, so the plan is to ambush them from behind theater props?
Brilliant plan.
Brilliant plan.
Okay, sidebar. With this father, what's his name? I'm really confused now. Did he help Rowena escape? Because she and her crew are really freaking evil.
That's a Soren side plot. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Does he deserve to be kidnapped and sacrificed then? I'm calling moral judgments on this.
I don't think so. It seems like he's just a nice guy who trusted the wrong people. Playing with the spirit box still, debating if it can potentially work in combination with the magic lantern. Just thinking out loud.
And Glom is sawing. Hammering.
Glom and the carpenter, working side by side, would work off Glom's roll to see how good his hiding place would be, and how fantastic his traps would work.
Critical fail.
And Glom's hidden bastion was perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely perfect. Glom was ready. The carpenter had been paid 5 copper, a steal in Glom's eyes, plus 5 silver for the wood, which contained some scrap pieces of fine shiplap and pine.
Gaelle looks on at the creation that Glom has made and says, Glom, Father would be so proud of you.
Really? That means a lot to me, Gaelle. Thank you.
It certainly is something. I think I'll go pray with the time I have left.
That might not be a bad idea, Father. But while we're about to hide in places that aren't Glom's wacky murder tree thing, I'd like to say, Father, we're gonna try. We're gonna keep you safe. You're gonna be fine. We've saved many people within the last 2 weeks, and all the people that we've tried to save, we've saved.
And a goat.
Actually, it was a sheep. And sometimes saving something means that you have to stab it to death. But we saved his mattress.
And sure, there was that one kid that I personally killed, but that's not really important right now.
That
not
was
relevant.
That was
relevant.
In a past life. It's fine.
Thank you. Why don't we move you into the pews? It should be easy enough to hide there, even for one as large as yourself.
Oh, and if you get abducted, don't tell them about any of our plans.
I don't even know any of your plans. Please, just stay concealed.
Be quiet and get into position.
Yeah, okay.
Even should your heavenly strength dull.
Time crept by the pews of the old church as Father Dormand prayed. Officer Cyne, Cyne, Gaelle, Ildrex, and Glom sat in shadowed anticipation for their quarry to arrive, while Soren stood sentinel on the main road expectantly. Eventually, 9 armored, hooded figures illuminated by torchlight approached, led by Captain Rennes. They greeted Soren, who made no attempt to conceal his whereabouts.
Good evening, Soren.
As they drew closer, Soren appraised each of the figures carefully with a perception and religion check. noting various trinkets and tattoos that would indicate them as followers of Ukathe, Othgul, and perhaps even Ferrati, but could not find any indication of loyalty to the nameless god or the cult he had been told they followed.
This is it? I thought there were more.
On such short notice, yes. These are our best men.
These are mercenaries. I told you to bring your most faithful servants.
Yes, well, you'll find that there are very few of us who are truly faithful here in Auden. The rest of our help comes in the form of those who are faithful to coin. You won't find a finer team, and 4 of them are actual guards of the Low Division.
Honor and blood, Soren. It's good to see you again.
Soren looked down to see a halfling woman, clearly a physically imposing warrior despite her diminutive nature, armed with a pendulum-headed long axe. Her curious green eyes, brighter than any he'd seen before, were framed between dark long hair, a wide grin, and tattoos that clearly marked her devotion to the war goddess Ukathe. There was genuine familiarity plain on her face, yes, but Soren felt confident that their paths had not crossed.
Good to see you again, right? I'm sorry, how do we know each other?
You helped us clear the temple a few months ago. It's okay, you told us you'd probably not remember us, and to say, stewed pineapple porcupine, so you'd know I was telling you the truth. I'm Jennevieve Spinetrout, daughter of Ukathe, and a friend. That's Grimmett.
Hey, Soren.
Oh, good to know. I'll have to remember to thank my past self. Did I say anything else?
Not about this.
Okay. Let's maybe stick toward the back of the group as we walk inside,
Sure. You got any more weird stories?
The door opened, and 9 guards led by Captain Rennis accompanied Soren, making a direct path toward Father Dormund.
Good evening. Can I help you?
Are you Father Dormund?
Yes, that would be me.
Psst, Ildrex, is 9 soldiers too many?
How many do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4...
4, of course, 4.
5. Is Cyne here? Where did Cyne go?
I'm here. She's just hidden.
Well, Cyne is right there. You can see her feet underneath the curtain there. And then with the father and Steiny, I think we're up to 7.
Rennis is with them.
Alright, do you think we can take them?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Just stay quiet and...
Glom jumps up and fires his bow.
Ah, shit.
So 20, not natural.
Surprising everyone, including his teammates, Glom jumped up from his hiding place, releasing 2 arrows back-to-back into 2 of the guards, hitting the closest guard directly through his teeth, killing him instantly, and catching the other guard in the shoulder for 4 damage. Their weapons were drawn. In the confusion, Soren slit the wounded man's throat, dropping him to his knees before the pews to bleed out. Gaelle, moving quickly to join her brother, fired an eldritch blast at Captain Rennis, but missing and instead sending a blast of crackling energy into the far stone wall. Ildrex, wasting no time, launched himself from the pews and put himself between the soldiers and Father Dormund, landing between the orc and striking him with a series of lightning-fast claws to the groin, heart, and throat that felled him quickly and efficiently, gasping for breath and losing consciousness. Ildrex dodged the incoming swipes of the nearest soldiers while Soren weighed his options and decided to remain covert, half-heartedly throwing a blade at Captain Rennis, who didn't see where the attack came from, but still blocked the incoming blade all the same. Glom, still shaking from the tense stress he'd gained from murdering a human of the crown, threw his bow down and charged Captain Rennis.
22, 10 damage.
Slashing deep through a gap in the armor's shoulder, cutting a glowing red into Rennis's green and gold tunic. Meanwhile, Steiny and Cyne moved into the fray to engage the other soldiers, exchanging blows within the melee as the smell of blood and iron grew stronger with each heaving breath. The soldiers were now aware of their situation in full, but were unable to form a proper battle formation because of the surrounding pews. One particularly brave soldier swung and grazed Glom, the bite of steel not even registering as Glom continued his assault on Captain Rennis, slamming the soldier's shield as a distraction before cutting into his upper leg, his blade hungering for flesh.
Get the priest and escape!
Gaelle saw an opportunity and used her magics to slam 3 of the heavy pews in front of the main door, knocking one of the soldiers off balance in the process and successfully blocking a potential escape path. Ildrex used this distraction to strike the next guard in the face with a hook kick for 6 damage, as Steiny flew into a rage, clotheslining the same with his dueling shield, a wide 2-handed shield that ended in a spear-like head with a curved blade, nearly decapitating her before stabbing downward with the pointed end of the shield multiple times, piercing vital organs and ending her life. Officer Cyne caught Captain Rennis squarely in the chest with her blade, piercing his armor and dropping him temporarily to one knee in a coughing fit of blood. But the captain would not go down that easily, and returned the favor, dropping his shield for a two-handed grip, catching Cyne off guard and slashing her in the side of the face. Soren used this opportunity to extend a hand toward the soldier down by Gaelle's pew, and betraying his trust at the last second, using his blade to slice open the man's inner arm from the elbow to the wrist before stabbing him terminally, twice in the face for good measure. The halfling woman Jennevieve engaged Glom and Officer Cyne simultaneously, leaving a series of fresh wounds on her opponents while the remaining two men, skilled as they were no match for the defenses of Glom, Ildrex, Cyne, and Cyne.
Flesh wound!
At that moment, Gaelle unleashed a fraction of her anger into Captain Rennis in the form of another blast, crackling loudly across the church and ripping the man's leg clean off, sending him sprawling on the floor in shock to bleed out, which he did within seconds. With a natural 20, Gaelle's murder of someone she believed to be evil earned her the recovery of forced stress. But Ildrex hesitated in this moment, theorizing that they may wish to keep some of the men intact for questioning, and with these reservations missed the opportunity to land a solid attack. Meanwhile, Soren, similarly unsure of the best course of action, attempted to strike but not cut Jennevieve, deciding it was better to miss her than potentially kill his possible friend and ally.
Glom is beyond enraged now and headbutts her with a 10.
Between sparking flashes as metal connected in heated bouts, heads connected. But with a 10, Glom found that Gennevieve's head was particularly tough. Sometimes it just happens like that, and this allowed Gaelle to clearly see her target and cast another spell from just beyond view of her brother, one which caused Jennevieve to instantly fall into a deep, deep sleep. Cyne and Soren worked together with bow and blade to make short work of the second-to-last soldier over the next 18 seconds, while Cyne disengaged one of the hidden blades from his shield, tackled the remaining soldier, and hacked the man's flailing arms, face, and chest, even well after all movement ceased. The rage within the old veteran refused to give, or perhaps these events had pulled him into memories from another time and place. In either instance, combat, at least for everyone else, had ceased.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Actually, it's never gonna be okay. But we won. And it will fade.
Cyne looked from the ruined body beneath him to his surroundings and slowly stood, finding a distraction with the ropes he brought with him and the unconscious guards.
Yep. Well, I think that went really well.
Yep, totally the plan.
Absolutely. Just exactly as we planned it.
Mm-hmm. Was it really part of the plan to kill the ringleader? Most of these seem like hired mercs. I doubt we'll be able to get any information out of them.
Oh, but we can still get information out of Rennis.
What?
Well, follow me over here. We can ask him any questions you want. The rest of you figure out what we're doing next.
Soren and Officer Cyne dragged the corpse of the deceased Rennis to a back room. Light from a certain lantern flickered to life just as the door closed behind them.
So I feel like even though we killed a few members of the city guard, that we're still pretty much in the right here.
I can speak to what happened here.
Well, that's one problem dealt with then.
And here I was, worried that we'd be wanted for murder.
What is your friend doing?
Something that has to be done, Father. Sometimes it's best to not ask questions.
Glom, are you okay? Oh, you have a few cuts. Let me patch you up.
No, I'm okay. Stop! Ow! Stop it! That tickles. You're making me look like. Yeah, nothing to see here. What are you all looking at?
So when the guards come back, we'll tell them that this has all just been an accident.
A horrible accident. Yes.
Horrible. There was broom handles involved. People just fell down on them.
The floor was so slippery.
So slick.
But what about the ones that are still alive?
Well, I tied them up, and more guards should be here within an hour.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Then perhaps we should remove the pews from the door.
Good.
Don't care.
It appears that we've killed a few of the cult's members tonight, but that more of them are still in different hiding spots around the city. Officer Cyne here has more than enough information and evidence to get an investigation underway. However, we believe that Father Dorman's life may still be in danger, and it's probably worth taking a few months' vacation somewhere warm, or at least far away.
I believe that would be best. Yes.
And as for us, we need to continue our journey north as soon as possible, it seems, to avoid drawing suspicion on my, cover as a member of this cult.
That makes sense.
So we're leaving tonight?
No more those warlock hexes, fireballs, it seems. Truly a tragedy.
No hearth or fluffy bed.
Oh, we're not gonna get our gold back either.
I appreciate your help. Eastwood appreciates your help tonight. I can maybe help you get out of the city undetected, but we'll have to disguise you to get past the checkpoints. I think there's an entertainer's wagon still around that belonged to a somewhat famous jester who passed through a few weeks ago.
A clown, eh?
So, tunnels?
I mean, that's an option too.
I would be more than happy to guide you through them, seeing as my life is also in danger.
Beautiful. Father Dermond, are you coming with us?
Well, if you don't feel that I'm too much of a burden, I'd be happy to accompany you north. At least until we reach a city we feel is far enough to be safe.
Probably a good idea.
That's fine by me. A priest of the light god should be useful, especially when traveling at night.
Officer Cyne, Steiny, we appreciate your help. Good luck rounding up the last of these ruffians. We're off to hunt other quarry.
Thank you again, Soren.
Always glad to help when I can. May the light guide your path.
So, as we'll be leaving the city through the tunnels, I can get us out on the north side or the east side. Do you have a preference?
I think we're heading toward the Frost Iron Mountains to Westman's Hold, so, east?
So, the mountain range known as the Frost Iron Mountains extends rather far from the east, all the way to the far, far northwest in a sort of crescent shape.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the bottom tip of that crescent, and there are a few different holds within the mountains. Strathman's Hold is the closest that I've been to. King's Hold is a little bit further along in the eastmost mountains too. And near the other far end of the crescent within the border barony of Anasco is Westman's Hold. Kind of isolated and on the border of the North Realm.
And you believe that Father Westpike was headed there?
Yes. And if you're trying to get there quickly, I would suggest heading through northern Halendria, the capital realm.
That's sad. From everything I've heard, Westman's Hold is truly a shitty place to visit.
It's where his family is. It's where he's from.
All right. To Westman's Hold, then.
From just outside the church, the gaunt form of a pale elf approached, desperation clear in his sunken eyes.
Pardon me, sir. Sirs, would you happen to be Father Dormond? Whoa! I'm unarmed, and I mean you no harm. I just had a couple of questions regarding a man you might know as Payne.
I'm Father Dormond. May I inquire who you might be?
Dark Dice, Chapter 21, The Last Laugh. Starring Peter Lewis as Soren Arkwright, Holly Billinghurst and Sean Howard as Gaelle and Glom Vogelberg, Russ D. Moore as Ildrex, and featuring Ariana Rosario as Officer Cyne, Russ Gold as Father Fitelsch, Tanya Wheelock as Lukas the Serving Boy and Jennevieve,
Kittie Kaboom as Maelreskar Ekal Vahre St. Solar the 23rd, Sean Daniel Francis as Captain Rennis,
Jack Houghton as Steiny Kane, Kareem Crompfley as Father Dormond, Michael Pollock as Gremmet, Robert Clotworthy as Clymore, and Travis Vengroff as Dungeon Master. This episode was produced and edited with sound design by Travis Vengroff, mixing and mastering by Finnur Nielsen, and executive producers Carol Vengroff, Maico Villegas, AJ Punkin, and Dennis Greenhill. This episode featured music by Stephen Malin and Travis Vengroff.
To support this production and get access to bonus releases, music, world lore, art, and early access to future adventures and D&D materials, please join our Patreon at patreon.com/foolandscholar.
You can also find us on social media at Dark Dice Pod or on TikTok as Fool and Scholar.
This is a Fool and Scholar production. Thank you for listening.